Friends, cowgirls, Calgarians, lend me your ears, because I come not to bury Chris Turner, but to save him. Because he thinks Calgary's future is bleak if we don't ditch the cowboy culture. You know, he wants to find something new and sustainable. So just because Calgary grew up, the cowboy culture did not die. Admit it, that's why we all came here. 206,000 of us in the last 10 years. Now, Chris Turner, he's one of those newcomers. He was a confirmed Torontonian before 2003. That's okay, Chris, we don't hold it against you. We're welcome. But I bet the reason that your new wife convinced you to come to Calgary, Chris, had everything to do with the metaphorical catchphrase cowboy culture. Now, we're not talking the Toronto stereotype here, you know, the Sarah Palin, gun-toting, stars and stripes on the bikini cowboy. Calgary is the land of opportunity, bolstered by this enduring, evolving cowboy culture. And as Mayor Nenshi says in Calgary, it's not who your daddy is, it's what you can do. Cowboy culture, a living legacy.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, 3 ways you can tell that you're up against a very weak argument. First of all, it begins with an ad hominem attack, returns to it frequently. Second, there's prop comedy or theatrics involved in making it like. And then the third is that they say something patently untrue about your wife. So we hit all 3 of those already, and we're only 4 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, I have excellent news. We have moved beyond the white hat. We are post-yeehaw. Cowboy culture is just history. It's just history for 3 main reasons. So go ahead. We're going to have to live with their cheers for 10 days in a little bit, so go ahead and give it a little bit. It's just history for 3 main reasons. Because it is no longer particularly relevant to a cosmopolitan city. Second, because it was never very accurate history to begin with. And third, because it is now a liability. It's a drag on the city's growth, in fact. We pay for parking using our smartphones. We ride an LRT that's powered by the wind. Our tallest building is a green energy-efficient tower built by Norman Foster. And the newest way to cross the Bow River is a landmark piece of functional sculpture by Santiago Calatrava. Even though we gave out white hats at my wedding, thank you, I don't think that was really the only thing that spoke to that. And in fact, as Shima has said, and as our opponents have sort of reinforced, the cowboy hat kind of reduces it all to a single image when it's a much more diverse and interesting city than that. And I think that's the thing that's missing from that single icon. We're not saying there shouldn't be Stampede and there shouldn't be cowboys. We're saying there shouldn't be only Stampede and cowboys.
I think what I'm hearing over there is that they don't like the white hat. Well, you can disassociate the white hat from cowboy culture, and cowboys don't care. The idea is that the culture doesn't reside in the trappings, guys. And the fact that you gave out white hats at your wedding, Chris, oh, that's so nice. Your wife must be a true Calgarian. Now, to say that
she really doesn't know my wife.
No, but what it is about attaching ourselves. We chose the cowboy culture as a metaphor because of these values that we hold dear. So we're not saying it has to be the trappings. You don't have to wear the goods. What you do have to do is when you come to Calgary, realize that's what makes us different.
I think it's actually what's the core of the weakness of the argument for the cowboy culture, which is that basically what you do is you take anything you like about Calgary and say that's because of cowboys. Innovative because cowboys. Rich because cowboys are because cowboys. That's an easy argument to make, but it has no substance to it. And so when we get back to what makes a great city, I think my point would be what makes a great city in a lot of ways is that it's not done becoming what it's going to become yet, and it has the energy to get there. And those 2 things have nothing to do with being a cowboy city. They have to do with Calgary being a very young, very dynamic city that is changing very, very quickly. And it certainly what attracted me to come here and stay here is that you feel in Calgary, and I think we all do, like you can come here and really establish your own take on the city.